రావమ్మా నీవాళులందుకో నిత్య పూజలందుకో నీవాళులందుకో నిత్య పూజలందుకో శుభోదయాన సుమమలందుకోవా నిర్మల మాతారావా ఈ జగతిని ఎలుకోరావా గంధపు మాలలు ఇవిగోను సుగంధ పరిమళమిదిగోను గంధపు మాలలు ఇవిగోను సుగంధ పరిమళమిదిగోను ఎర్రని వస్త్రము ఇవిగోను సింధూర కలశము ఇదిగోను ఎర్రని వస్త్రము ఇదిగోను సింధూర కలశము ఇదిగోను బ్రహ్మికాల ధ్యానంలోన బ్రహ్మ జ్ఞానమియవా ఉషాకాల ధ్యానంలోన ఉన్నత మార్గం చూపవా నిర్మల మాతారావా ఈ జగతిని ఎలుకోరావా మహాలక్ష్మివి నీవమ్మా వీణా పాణివి నీవమ్మా మహాలక్ష్మివి నీవమ్మా వీణా పాణివి నీవమ్మా మహాకాళివి నీవమ్మా త్రిగుణాత్మికవే నీవమ్మా మహాకాళివి నీవమ్మా త్రిగుణాత్మికవే నీవమ్మా సూర్యచంద్ర నాడుల నీవు శుభ్రము చేసి సుషుమ్నా మార్గాన మోక్ష ప్రాప్తినియవా నిర్మల మాతారావా ఈ జగతిని ఎలుకోరావా ఆదిశక్తివి నీవమ్మా అఖిలాండేశ్వరి నీవమ్మా ఆదిశక్తివి నీవమ్మా అఖిలాండేశ్వరి నీవమ్మా ఆనందరూపిణి నీవమ్మా అమృతవర్షిణి నీవమ్మా ఆనందరూపిణి నీవమ్మా అమృతవర్షిణి నీవమ్మా విశ్వ నిర్మల ధర్మానికి సారథి నీవమ్మా నిర్మల విద్యను మాకు నేర్పి దారిని చూపమ్మా నిర్మల మాతారావా ఈ జగతిని ఎలుకోరావా
ஜெய் ஸ்ரீ மாதாஜி. எல்லோருக்கும் வணக்கம். நம்ம எல்லோரும் ஸ்ரீ மாதாஜிக்கு நமஸ்காரம் பண்ணி 2 கைகள் மடி மீது வைத்து உட்காருவோம். நல்லா ரிலாக்ஸ்டா சந்தோஷ சித்தத்தோடு ஒரு குழந்தை நிலையில் உட்கார்வோம். நம்முடைய தெய்வீக அன்னையை மிகவும் அன்போடு பார்ப்போம். கவனம், 2 உள்ளங்கையும் உச்சந்தலையில் வைத்து பார்ப்போம். அன்னையோட இணைப்பை கிடைச்சிருக்கான்னு கவனிப்போம். நுண்ணதிர்கள் உணர்றோமான்னு கவனிப்போம். அனுமதியை கேட்போம். ஸ்ரீ மாதாஜி, நாங்கள் உங்களுடைய குழந்தைகள் இங்க தியானம் செய்ய அமர்ந்திருக்கிறோம் தாயே. தயவு செய்து எங்களுக்கு அனுமதியை தந்து தாங்கள் தான் இந்த தியானத்தை வழிநடத்த வேண்டும் தாயே. குண்டலினி உயர்த்தி மந்தன் போட்டுக்கொள்வோம். ஸ்ரீ மாதாஜியை பார்த்துட்டே மெதுவாக நம்முடைய கண்கள் மூடி கவனம் நம்மளுக்குள் கொண்டு வருவோம். நம்முடைய ஹிருதயத்துக்கு கொண்டு வருவோம். மிகவும் அன்போட மரியாதையோட ஸ்ரீ மாதாஜியை நம்மளுடைய ஹிருதயத்தில் அழைப்போம். ஸ்ரீ மாதாஜி, தயவு செய்து எங்களுடைய ஹிருதயத்தில் வாருங்கள் தாயே. எங்களுடைய ஹிருதய கமலத்தில் அமருங்கள் தாயே. தங்களுடைய அன்பும் கருணையால் எங்களுடைய ஹிருதயத்தை பரிபூர்ணம் ஆக்கிவிடுங்கள் தாயே. மெதுவாக நம்முடைய கவனம் சஹஸ்ராரத்துக்கு கொண்டு வருவோம். வலது உள்ளங்கை சஹஸ்ராரத்துக்கு கொஞ்சம் மேல வைத்து பார்ப்போம். உச்சந்தலையிலேந்து நுண்ணதிர்கள் உணர்வோமான்னு கவனிப்போம். நம்மளுடைய முழு கவனம் நம்மளுடைய உச்சந்தலையும் நம்மளுடைய வலது உள்ளங்கை நடுவுல வைத்து பார்ப்போம். மெதுவாக வலது கை மடிக்கை கொண்டு வருவோம். முழு கவனம் நம்முடைய சஹஸ்ராரம். 3 மகாமந்திரத்தை கூறி ஸ்ரீ மாதாஜி நம்முடைய சஹஸ்ராரத்தில் அழைப்போம். ஓம் त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री महालक्ष्मी महासरस्वती महाकाली त्रिगुणात्मिका कुंडलिनी साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कलकी साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कलकी साक्षात् श्री सहस्रार स्वामिनी मोक्ष प्रदायिनी माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। गणेश मंत्रम। ओम त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री गणेश साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। நாடியை தூய்மைப்படுத்துவோம். இடது கை மடி மீது, வலது கை பூமி தாய் மீது வைப்போம். மிகவும் பணிவோடு அன்போடு ஸ்ரீ மாதாஜி கிட்ட பிரார்த்திப்போம். ஸ்ரீ மாதாஜி, தாங்களே சாக்ஷாத் ஸ்ரீ இடாநாடி சுவாமினி, தயவு செய்து எங்களுடைய இடாநாடியை பாதிக்கிற தமோ குணத்தோட எல்லா விதமான எதிர்மறை சக்திகளையும் பூமி மார்க்கமாக நீக்கிவிடுங்கள் தாயே. ஸ்ரீ மாதாஜி, எங்களுடைய இடாநாடியை தூய்மைப்படுத்தி ஸ்ரீ மகாகாளி மற்றும் பைரவரோட குணங்களையும் சக்திகளையும் தந்தருளுங்கள் தாயே. எங்களுடைய சிந்தனை, பேச்சு, செயல் எல்லாமே தூய்மையாக இருக்க அருள் புரியுங்கள் தாயே. பிங்களா நாடியை தூய்மைப்படுத்துவோம். வலது கை மடி மீது, இடது கை ஆகாயத்தை நோக்கி வைத்து மிகவும் அன்போடு மரியாதையோடு ஸ்ரீ மாதாஜி கிட்ட நம்ம பிரார்த்திப்போம். ஸ்ரீ மாதாஜி, தாங்களே சாக்ஷாத் ஸ்ரீ பிங்களா நாடி சுவாமினி, தயவு செய்து எங்களுடைய பிங்களா நாடியை பாதிக்கிற ரஜோ குணத்தோட எல்லா விதமான எதிர்மறை சக்திகளையும் ஆகாய மார்க்கமாக நீக்கிவிடுங்கள் தாயே. எங்களுடைய பிங்களா நாடியை தூய்மைப்படுத்தி ஸ்ரீ மகாசரஸ்வதி மற்றும் ஸ்ரீ ஹனுமானோட எல்லா குணங்களையும் சக்திகளையும் தந்தருளுங்கள் தாயே. இரண்டு உள்ளங்கையும் பூமி தாய் மீது வைப்போம். மாதாஜி, தாங்களே சாக்ஷாத் ஸ்ரீ ஆதி பூமி மாதா, தயவு செய்து எங்களுக்குள் உள்ள எல்லா விதமான தோஷங்களையும் பாதாக்களையும் முழுமையாக பூமி மார்க்கமாக நீக்கி விடுங்கள் தாயே. எங்களுக்கு பொறுமையும் சகிப்புத்தன்மையும் தந்து சமநிலையில் வைத்திருங்கள் தாயே. ஸ்ரீ ஆதி பூமி மாதா மந்திரத்தை கூறுவோம். ஓம் त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री आदिभूमि माता साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माता जी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः. இரண்டு கைகளும் மடிக்கி கொண்டு வருவோம். முழு கவனம் நடுநாடி. ஸ்ரீ மாதாஜி. தாங்களே சாக்ஷாத் ஸ்ரீ சுஷும்னா நாடி சுவாமினி. எங்களுடைய சுஷும்னா நாடியை முழுமையாக திறந்து விடுங்கள் தாயே. தடையில்லாமல் வைத்திருங்கள் தாயே. சத்வகுணத்தோடு நிரப்பி விடுங்கள் தாயே. தெய்வீக சக்தியை உள்வாங்கிக்க சிறந்த பாத்திரமா ஆக்கி விடுங்கள் தாயே. எங்களுடைய சுஷும்னா நாடியில் ஸ்ரீ மகாலட்சுமி மற்றும் ஸ்ரீ கணேஷாவோட எல்லா குணங்களையும் சக்திகளையும் தந்தருளுங்கள் தாயே. எங்களுடைய கவனத்தை நிகழ்காலத்தில் தியான நிலையில் நிலைநிறுத்துங்கள் தாயே. மெதுவாக நம்மளுடைய கவனம் மூலாதார சக்கரத்துக்கு கொண்டு வருவோம். ஸ்ரீ மாதாஜி, தயவு செய்து எங்களுக்குள் ஸ்ரீ கணேச தத்துவத்தை நிலைநிறுத்தி செயல்படுத்துங்கள் தாயே. கவனம் மூலாதார சக்கரத்தில் வைத்து ஸ்ரீ கணேச அத்தர்வ சீர்ஷை கூறுவோம். ஓம் நமஸ்தே கணபதயே त्वमेव प्रत्यक्षं तत्त्वमसि त्वमेव केवलं कर्तासि त्वमेव केवलं धर्तासि त्वमेव केवलं हर्तासि त्वमेव सर्वं खल्विदं ब्रह्मासि त्वं साक्षादात्मासि नित्यं हृदं वच्मि सत्यं वच्मि अवत्वं मामवक्तारम् अवश्रोतारम् अवदातारम् अवधातारम् अवानुचानमवशिष्यम् अवपश्चातात् अवपुरस्तात् अवोत्तरातात् अवदक्षिणातात् अवचोद्वातात् अवाधरातात् सर्वतो मां पाहि पाहि समन्तात्. त्वं वाङ्मयस्त्वं चिन्मयः त्वं आनन्दमयस्त्वं ब्रह्ममयः त्वं सच्चिदानन्दाद्वितीयोऽसि त्वं प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मासि त्वं ज्ञानमयो विज्ञानमयोऽसि सर्वं जगदिदं त्वत्तो जायते सर्वं जगदिदं त्वत्तसिष्ठति सर्वं जगदिदं त्वयि लयमेष्यति सर्वं जगदिदं त्वयि प्रत्येति त्वं भूमिरापो नलो नीलो नभः त्वं चत्वारि वाक्पदानि त्वं गुणत्रयातीतः त्वं देहत्रयातीतः त्वं कालत्रयातीतः त्वं मूलाधारस्थितोऽसि नित्यं त्वं शक्तित्रयात्मकः त्वां योगिनो ध्यायन्ति नित्यं त्वं ब्रह्मास्त्वं विष्णुस्त्वं रुद्रस्त्वं इन्द्रस्त्वम् अग्निस्त्वं वायुस्त्वं सूर्यस्त्वं चन्द्रमास्त्वं ब्रह्मभूर्भुवस्वरों गणादीं पूर्वमुच्चार्य वर्णादीं तदनन्तरम् अनुस्वार परतरः अर्धेन्दुलसितं तारेण रुद्धम् एतत्तव मनुस्वरूपं गकार पूर्वरूपम् अकारो मध्यमरूपम् अनुस्वार शान्त्यरूपम् बिन्दुरुत्तररूपम् नाद सन्धानं संहिता सन्धिः सैषा गणेश विद्या गणक ऋषिः निश्रुतगायत्री छन्दः गणपतिर्देवता ॐ गं गणपतये नमः एकदन्ताय विद्महे वक्रतुण्डाय धीमहि तन्नो दन्ति प्रचोदयात् एकदन्तं चतुर्हस्तं पाशाङ्कुशधारिणं हृदं च वरदं हस्तैर्बिभ्राणं मूषकध्वजं रक्तं लम्बोदरं शूर्पकर्णकं रक्तवाससं रक्तगन्धानुलिप्ताङ्गं रक्तपुष्पैः सुपूजितं भक्तानुकम्पिनं देवं जगत्कारणमच्युतम् आविर्भूतं च सृष्टयाधौ प्रकृते पुरुषात् परम् एवं ध्यायति यो नित्यं स योगी योगिनां वरः नमो रात्रपतये नमो गणपतये नमः प्रमथपतये नमस्ते अस्तु लम्बोदराय एकदन्ताय विघ्ननाशिने शिवसुताय श्रीवरदमूर्तये नमो नमः साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः ஸ்ரீ கணேஷாவோட பூர்ண ஆசீர்வாதத்தால் மெதுவாக நம்முடைய கவனம் மூலாதாரத்துக்கு கொண்டு வருவோம். குண்டலினி மாதாவை மனமாற வணங்குவோம். ஸ்ரீ குண்டலினி கௌரி மாதா மந்திரத்தை கூறுவோம். ஓம் त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कुंडलिनी गौरी माता साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माता जी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः. மெதுவாக நம்மளுடைய கவனம் ஹிருதயத்துக்கு கொண்டு வருவோம். ஸ்ரீ மாதாஜி, தாங்களே சாக்ஷாத் ஸ்ரீ சிவ பார்வதி, ஸ்ரீ துர்கா மாதா, ஸ்ரீ ஜெகதம்பா, ஸ்ரீ சீதாராமா எங்களுடைய ஹிருதயத்தில் அமர்ந்திருக்கிறீர்கள். ஸ்ரீ மாதாஜி, எங்களுடைய ஹிருதயத்தை தூய்மைப்படுத்தி தூய அன்பால் நிரப்பிவிடுங்கள் தாயே. எதிர்பார்ப்பு இல்லாத தூய அன்பால் நிரப்பிவிடுங்கள் தாயே. ஸ்ரீ மாதாஜி, தங்களுடைய பாதுகாப்பில் இருப்பதனால் நாங்கள் தைரியத்துடனும் தன்னம்பிக்கையோடு இருக்கிறோம் தாயே. எங்களுக்குள் பொறுப்பு உணர்வை மேம்படுத்தி பொறுமையை தந்தருளுங்கள் தாயே. நாங்கள் ஆத்மா என்ற சத்தியத்தை எங்களுக்கு உணர செய்யுங்கள் தாயே. எங்களுக்குள் உள்ள ஷடரூபி சத்ருக்கள் முழுமையாக நீக்கி எங்களுடைய ஹிருதயத்தை தூய்மையாக வைத்திருங்கள் தாயே. தங்களுடைய திருக்கமல பாதம் எங்களுடைய ஹிருதயத்தில் பதித்து வையுங்கள் தாயே. எங்களுடைய மனமார்ந்த வணக்கத்தை ஏற்றுக்கொண்டு எல்லா மங்களமும் தந்தருளுங்கள் தாயே. கவனம் நடு ஹிருதயத்தில் வைத்து ஸ்ரீ சப்தஸ்லோகி துர்காவை கூறுவோம். शिव उवाच देवी त्वं भक्तसुलभे सर्वकार्यविधायिनी कलौ हि कार्यसिद्ध्यर्थम् उपायं ब्रूहि यत्नतः। देव्युवाच शृणु देव प्रवक्ष्यामि कलौ सर्वेष्टसाधनं मया तवैव स्नेहेनाप्याम्बा स्तुति प्रकाश्यते। ॐ अस्य श्री दुर्गा सप्तश्लोकी स्तोत्र महामन्त्रस्य नारायण ऋषिः अनुष्ठुप् छन्दः श्री महाकाली महालक्ष्मी महासरस्वत्यो देवताः श्री दुर्गा प्रीत्यर्थं सप्तश्लोकी दुर्गा पाठे विनियोगः। ॐ ज्ञानिनामपि चेतांसि देवी भगवती हि सा बलादाकृष्य मोहाय महामाया प्रयच्छति। दुर्गे स्मृतां हरसि भीतिमशेष जन्तोः स्वस्ति स्मृतां मतिमतीव शुभां ददासि। दारिद्र्य दुःख भयहारिणि काद्वदन्या सर्वोपकारकरणाय सदार्ध चित्ता सर्वमंगल मांगल्ये शिवे सर्वार्थ साधिके शरण्ये त्र्यंबके गौरी नारायणी नमोस्तुते। शरणागत दीनार्थ परित्राण परायणे सर्वस्यार्ति हरे देवी नारायणी नमोस्तुते। सर्वस्वरूपे सर्वेशे सर्वशक्ति समन्विते भये भ्रस्त्राहिनो देवी दुर्गे देवी नमोस्तुते। रोगानशेषानपहंसि तुष्टारुष्टा तु कामान् सकलानभीष्टान् त्वामाश्रितानां न विपन्नराणां त्वामाश्रिता ह्याश्रयतां प्रयान्ति। सर्वा बाधा प्रशमनं त्रैलोक्यस्याखिलेश्वरी एवमेव त्वया कार्यम् अस्मद्वैरी विनाशनम् इति श्री सप्तश्लोकी दुर्गा संपूर्णा। साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। மெதுவாக நம்மளுடைய கவனம் ஆகிய சக்கரத்துக்கு கொண்டு வருவோம். ஸ்ரீமாதாஜி, நாங்கள் எங்களுடைய அகங்காரமும் மமகாரமும் தேவையற்ற சுய கட்டுப்பாட்டுகள் தாங்களுடைய திருவடியில் சமர்ப்பிக்கிறோம் தாயே. எங்களுடைய ஆக்யா சக்கரத்தை முழுமையாக திறந்து விடுங்கள் தாயே. மன்னிக்கும் சுபாவத்தை தந்தருளுங்கள் தாயே. மெதுவாக கவனத்தை நம்முடைய சஹஸ்ராரத்துக்கு கொண்டு வருவோம். ஸ்ரீ மாதாஜி, தாங்களே சாக்ஷாத் ஸ்ரீ சஹஸ்ரார சுவாமினி, மகாமகேஸ்வரி, மகாமகாராஜ்ஞி, மகாத்ரிபுர சுந்தரி. ஸ்ரீ மாதாஜி, தயவு செய்து எங்களுடைய சஹஸ்ர கமலத்தில் அமருங்கள் தாயே. மங்கள ரூபினியா, எல்லா மங்களமும் தந்தருளுங்கள் தாயே. சர்வ சௌபாகியதாயினியாக சகல சௌபாகியமும் தந்தருளுங்கள் தாயே. தங்களுடைய அன்பு சக்தியோட உணர்வை மேம்படுத்தி நிர்விசார நிலைக்கு கொண்டு செல்லுங்கள் தாயே. ஆனந்த ரூபிணியாக ஆனந்தத்தை அனுபவிக்க செய்யுங்கள் தாயே. முழு கவனம் சஹஸ்ராரத்துக்கு கொஞ்சம் மேல வைத்து சில நிமிடம் அமைதியாக தியானத்தில் இருப்போம். இது தியான நிலையில் ஸ்ரீ மாதாஜியோட சொற்பொழிவை கேட்டு உள்வாங்கிப்போம்.
Today, we are really sitting in very close relationship with the nature. The whole thing, as you can see very clearly, is done by villagers and in a very simple way. And I am sure you all must be enjoying it very much. Today being the first puja in Maharashtra, we'll have to do Ganesha Pujan. But one has to understand how it is so important in Maharashtra that people worship Ganesha. As you know, there are Ashtavinayakas, 8 Ganeshas are there around this area, and this triangle of Maharashtra, which has got on one side one big mountain, on the other side we have another mountain, which of course is not in Maharashtra, and also on top we have another mountain. So, like a triangle which is made like a Muladhara means the Kundalini itself. So, the Kundalini of the whole world resides in this area. That's why it is called, we should say, as Maharashtra. It's the country which is very great, the nation which is very great. But I don't know how far Maharashtrians realize that they are sitting in the land of Maharashtra. This land, which is vibrated by Sri Ganesha, has its own simplicity, has its own vibrations, a different style, a different type. The best part of Maharashtra is that it gives you a very good attention. With Ganesha so much vibrating, the attention becomes very concentrated. And this concentration helps you in so many ways. And that is why it is said that Ganesha was created to spread or to emit auspiciousness and holiness. Actually, if there is holiness, there is auspiciousness. But Ganesha is actually the one who cleanses everything. Cleanses everything because it is innocence. And the innocence that cleanses you takes away all kinds of conditionings and egos that are distracting your attention. So the attention which is so wobbly otherwise in other places can settle down very well in Maharashtra because of Sri Ganesha's blessings that this country has, that people have very good attention. With that good attention, they can really do so many things. Like now, for example, we can say the software, good mathematics. They are very good at music because all these things require tremendous attention. Art, dancing, anything which requires tremendous attention, that has to come only through Ganesha. Because they say that Ganesha is a giver of wisdom. He's a giver of wisdom. Means just wisdom becomes a dharma, becomes a part and parcel of your being. You become just wise. Now somebody may ask, Mother, how to become wise? It's very difficult to say. How to become wise? It is just that it happens that you become wise. So though he's a child, he's so matured. He's so wise. And he is not only that, but he emits wisdom. And this wisdom is an innate quality of anyone who is a surgeon. Because in him also Sri Ganesha has been awakened. So he becomes a wise person, very wise. And with wisdom, what does he achieve? He achieves a balance, a proper ascent, and also he understands that this ascent is for his benevolence, for the benevolence of his country, benevolence of the whole world. He understands the importance of Sahaja. Without this wisdom, one cannot understand. And this wisdom is within us, just absolutely innately built in. Only thing is, we have to use the storehouse of this wisdom that is within us. Of course, with Sahaja Yoga, it starts emitting, and you start feeling, and you start understanding what is wisdom is. You give up all your stupid childish things. You give up all your attachments. You give up many of your, say, things that you don't like, which doesn't behove you. You feel that you should give up, but you cannot. But with Sahaja Yoga, it just happens automatically. and you just see in your light what is needed, what is not needed. In that wisdom, you throw away whatever is wrong. So, what a great work this Ganesha has to do within ourselves. This manifestation of Ganesha within us is very important, I think. Not that it is only the basis, but also the foundation stone of spiritual life is Sri Ganesha. That's why I've been very anxious that we should find out proper schools for our children. They should have proper education and they should be looked after because their Ganesh Tattva is already there. Only thing we have to nourish it, we have to look after it and make it good. Once that happens, then children are safe. Then nothing can harm them. Nothing they will absorb which is wrong. They will never be again in the wrong path. But from very childhood, if you never had this kind of training or this kind of understanding about Kundalini or about the wisdom part of it, you can never later on easily assimilate it. For that, you really require a great effort and understanding that you have to have this. It's so beautiful. You must get this attention and you must get this innocence within it. With Surge Yoga, as you see, it's working out very fast, and people are getting really very wise, and I can see the wisdom writ large on their faces. In this wisdom, what do we find here? See, on any line that we move, we can find that most of our problems are coming from human beings. Because ecological problem or any problem you think of comes from human beings. Or other problems that you have in your own country, as you have seen that there are such problems that they're sort of endless and you cannot change them. You feel very nice sitting underneath this because you are fed up with the cement that you have and the problems it causes to you and the way it is now becoming very artificial. But in these circumstances, one has to understand that the wisdom plays such a part in life that whatever may happen outside, whatever may be the trend, whatever may be the fashion, whatever maybe the people are all changing into, you do not change. You change within. Once you have changed within, then you have full idea as to what is expected of others, what they should do, what you are doing, and how to deal with them, and how to talk to them, how to tell them, how far to go with them. Everything, all this comes through wisdom. In Sahaja Yoga, as you know, you are very capable people. You have achieved a lot. You know everything. You know all about chakras. You know practically everything. I don't have to tell you anything. Despite all that, one should have also the wisdom how to deal with others, how to talk to others, how to behave towards others, how not to control anyone, not to say something that will be rather harsh or hurting. Because if you are trying to spread Sahaja Yoga, this is the only way we can go forward, is to look after everyone with great compassion. Now, we might think that wisdom is there with us and we know how to do so many things with our wisdom and now we are absolutely wise. I agree with Sahaja Yogis. Now they have become really very, very wise and they know how to use their wisdom. But still, faith in themselves has to be really on a nirvikalpa state. That is only possible also Sri Ganesha. Because he is in nirvikalpa. He has no vikalpas, nothing. He doesn't have to question anything, he doesn't have to ask for anything, he's just there. And he is in complete nirvikalpa, complete, absolutely into a state where he is not at all attached, nor is he worrying about things, nothing of the kind. He is just in Nirvikalpa, and in that Nirvikalpa, he worships Mother. Small, small stories can show you how he was so sure of himself, how he had courage, and how he worked out everything so intelligently. But when you are doing something, you can be in two minds. You can be not so decisive. But he was, and he is always very decisive that he knows what is to be done. Right there. This is the point. So in wisdom, you don't have to think, argue. I've seen many people who say, Mother, you see, we were thinking, then we had vibrations, we didn't know what to do, this, that, how to do, how to correct, how to work it out. Now, I must say, this is a state. It is not a state to be achieved, but it's a state. Means you are there. It has to be innately built in yourself, this state of wisdom. But you can also work it out by just concentrating on yourself and trying to find out what's the matter with me, what happens, why, why is it I'm like this. The introspection can help you a lot to be extremely wise. But easier method is to worship the principle of innocence within yourself. For example, now we are dealing, supposing, with somebody who is a thief. Say, he's a thief. Now, what should you do with a thief? After you have found out whatever was lost, whatever you have, after that, what you have to do is just to forget about it completely. Once it is happened, then you have to just forget, not to worry about it too much. This has happened, that has happened, and how to make this point all right, and this gentleman is not all right. Just forget it. So the wisdom is also in forgiving. That's why Christ talked about forgiveness. Just forgive. There's no sense in remembering. This person said so, this person did so, that happened so. Just forget it. And once you start forgetting all these things, you remember right things, and useless things you'll just forget. You don't remember who has insulted you, who has troubled you, who has been misbehaving. I don't even think about people who have gone about Saj Yoga, talking ill about me, saying things, this, that. It's all right. Let them say whatever they like. I am not bothered. But what bothers me more, that if they do like this, I don't know what will happen to them. That's the only wisdom part of it. That, you see, when I forgive everyone, I say, well, forgive. I have nothing to say. But then also a thought comes in that if they are doing like this, then what's going to happen to them? They are doing this to someone who is so good, so religious, so highly placed in spiritual life. Then you can't play about. But somebody is playing. Then what you have to do is to really forgive. Because one thing is built in Sahaja Yoga, that who try to trouble you, they will be in trouble also. So try to forgive, at least you soothe him down. All right, I forgive you. So soothe him down. Like this kind of a wisdom we should have. Not to get after people, not to pester someone, not to be very strict, not to be very sort of, I should say, pursue the matter. Whatever is it, that point you should finish off and just don't worry. I was telling just now that there is a servant, supposing. Now he steals your money all the time. He steals your money. Now what to do if he's stealing your money? One thing is to get out of, or ask him to get out. Then you have another one. Then again you get him out and get another one. Goes on like that because they're poor people. They'll steal if they get. Now, even if you are careful, still they might steal. So what should you do is just to forgive the person and put the money in such a place that he cannot reach. Finish. As simple as this. You should just find out What does he steal? Oh, that's all. Then you keep it one side. But don't worry about all the time that now how am I to save myself from this thief or how am I to punish him? Just don't think. These incidents are just like a breeze coming and going. These relationships are just like that. There's no depth in it. They are not going to bring any kind of unhappiness or happiness, whatever it is, if you go on lingering about them. So the first thing is live in the present. The wisdom is in living in the present. Present, we are here. So forget the past. Now, if I say forget the past, one may say how to do it, how to forget the past. Again, I would say meditation is the only way. You give up your left and you give up your right, and you are just standing in the center, enjoying the wisdom, enjoying the joy of your being. So, the best part of our lives we spend in bothering, in getting upset, getting worried, getting so yeah, after someone. Where is the time? Just think like that. Now, supposing somebody says something to me, and then others will say, Mother, you must do something, you must punish that person. Where is the time? We have to awaken the Kundalini of thousands and thousands and thousands. And here we are just worried about something nonsensical. So our wisdom is finished. We have no wisdom at all. Even at the highest level, you can see people don't have wisdom. Highest level of realization, I've seen people who do not have wisdom, in the sense that they want to run away. They just get fed up, take sannyasa, finished, go to Himalayas, live there happily. There's no wisdom in that also. So living in the present, you don't also feel tired because you don't think of the past and the future, and you live very well and in great happiness. You improve things, and you don't think of the future, what is going to happen to me or anything, and that's how you save lot of troubles of others as well as yours. So this wisdom is to live in the present. Is now that you ask somebody, how are you? All right. Then he's not in the present. You ask somebody, are you enjoying yourself? Not in the present. You ask somebody, are you happy? No. Then you are not in the present. You ask someone that, are you hungry? Maybe, may not be. Maybe they don't know even in the present they are hungry or not. It is so much they are lost in the past and the future. That's the sign of unwise behavior, unwise life. If they don't know whether they would like to have their food or not. But those who are really in the present forget all these small, small things. They are just in the present, and in the present, whatever they have to do, they will do it. This is a very good practice. One has to practice wisdom through living in the present. Just think, what have I to do just now? What am I to do? Like you are getting out of the house. Many people will go halfway, oh my God, I have left my passport. They'll go back. Then again, sometime they'll come out, my God, I have left my spectacles. Again, go back. Then again, they will come back and say, I've lost this, I should have this. This kind of people are very, very common. So at that time, when you are leaving the house, at that time, if you are in the present, then you just think, what have I to take? This day, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years. This is what I have to take and this there. That's how you can really establish yourself in wisdom itself, means the wisdom acts by itself. It's a power. Wisdom is a very big power. If you are a wise person, it's a power. It can combat any kind of ignorance, any kind of attacks, any kind of stupidity. It's such a tremendous power that God has given us, that we are wise. And this wisdom we should try to really to develop it and mature it properly within ourselves. So today's Sri Ganesha's pujan is there. While we should ask for wisdom, and for that we have to be in the present. Every way we should be in the present. If you can try, you can be, because your Kundalini has been awakened and you can be all the time in the present. But today you should first try and get the Kundalini established in the present. May God bless you.
ஜெய் ஸ்ரீ மாதாஜி. கண்கள் மூடி ஜெய் ஸ்ரீ மாதாஜி. கண்கள் திறந்து மாதாஜிக்கு இன்றைய தியானத்துக்கு நன்றியை கூறுவோம். ஸ்ரீ மாதாஜி, இன்றைய தியானம் அளித்ததற்கு நன்றி தாயே. நாங்கள் தெரிந்தோ தெரியாமலோ ஏதாவது தவறு செய்திருந்தால் தயவு செய்து எங்களை மன்னியுங்கள் தாயே. நமஸ்காரம் பண்ணி குண்டலினி உயர்த்தி பந்தன் போட்டுக்கொள்வோம்.